welcome to Wolves After Dark, everyone. Sorry for that. If you saw the notification come through for another stream, I tried multi-streaming and it didn't work. Welcome, everybody. We are unbanned, and I need all of your support right now. If you are here right now live or watching the VOD later, I need you to like the stream because I'm worried that since we got banned yesterday for showing highlights, just highlights, that they're going to hurt my algorithm. So please help me and like the stream. But welcome in, everybody. Timberwolves lose to the Cavaliers 113-104 in a disappointing game. But I think my general sense is that I'm okay. I mean, I'm not happy because there's many things to talk about tonight. But you know, both of these teams are injured right now. Both of these teams have played a lot of games recently. We just played a very emotional game last night. Both on the road for us, so I kind of get it, but there are definitely concerning things. So let's catch up on chat here. Cavs are a big team, healthy. Imagine planting Nas into that mix. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that would be rough. We're here with pitchforks and torches looking for Scott Foster. That is true. Scott Foster tonight. What did he say at a point? Did you guys hear the mic where he said, what did he say? He said, be careful when you talk to the refs. I'll be patient. Don't cost your team. Don't cost our team. Bro, you cost our team. Like, you're the one doing all this. Oh my gosh. Don't worry, YouTube. You couldn't pay us to watch tonight's game again. Yeah, you don't have to worry about any highlights tonight. We will not. You have a better chance of me showing last night's game than tonight. But welcome, everybody. How's everybody doing? You can hate the loss, but like the stream. That is also true, Charlie. That is the best. That might be the quote of the night so far, 5 seconds in. Ant with one of the worst career games I've ever seen his play, or worst games I've seen him play in his career. Cheating ass refs. Guys like Kyle on Score North brag about how Rudy is an amazing leader, which I think in some aspects he leads well, but that last foul was insane. Yeah, Noah, that last foul was really bad because it was a foul. And the technical, I mean, here's the thing. I don't like calling technicals in that situation, but he kind of did two things there. Because he did the kind of, you know, whatever this is, I don't know what that is. I'm not trying to get banned. Not trying to get banned. But he does that. The pointing of fingers in a certain formation of like a something. And then he also did the money thing, which the money thing's kind of crazy. I sort of love it, but he's going to get fined. Ant probably will get fined as well for some of the things that he said tonight. I'm surprised he didn't get in trouble for his celebration he did last night, but yeah. Let's see. Jared O, welcome back. Cheating ass refs. True. Rudy deserves Wancho for that tech, but that referee who called the tech should also be ashamed of herself. Can't make emotional tech calls like that. I was honestly, Johnny, I was super confused by that play because it seemed like her and like Scott Foster were like discussing whether or not they were going to call the technical after the fact, and they were like, "Oh, should we be calling a foul because it's a sixth or not?" And like, what? Like, just call whatever you're going to call. How is this a decision? This is after the play. Senel Lee. Lie. That was some horrible refereeing. I agree. If you dislike the refereeing tonight, like the stream. But no, Timberwolves fall to 44-20. Okay, so let's take that first. I'm in a calming mood tonight. I will admit. It might be kind of angering to some of you, but I really am not in that bad of a mood after this loss. I'm very mad at the refereeing in general in this game. Again, this kind of goes both ways, but I just, you know, so many crucial ones at the end against us. It's tricky. It's hard to deny some of the people talking about money being involved, like Rudy. But yeah, let's have a no ban Friday. That is the goal. That is certainly the goal. We want to be here for Sunday. Actually, I don't even know if I can be here Sunday. Kim, let us overreact. Mason, you're welcome to overreact. But I'm just warning you that I might try to calm you down instead of go with you. Stupid T by Rudy cost the Wolves the game. Yes, it did. It did. I mean, think of that. If we don't have that T, it's Wolves win 97-96 or something like that, depending on like foul at the end of game situation. I really thought we were going to win too. When Nas had that block, I was like, oh, we have a free play. And then Edwards throws up like the stupidest fadeaway, doesn't even draw rim. Like, what? Like, that play I have the most of a problem with. You can have an off night, but like, game on the line, you have a free play essentially to just heave something up and you don't even draw rim. Like, that's crazy. I think we should sign TJ to the rest of the, or wait, where did that go? Sign TJ for the rest of the year. I think we should too. It depends. I mean, like, Cat being out so long makes it that we pretty much have to, right? We just have to. But the ghost of Tim Donaghy out here, that is true. With Cat, we win by 8+ probably. Honestly, yeah, this is a game where we could have used Cat. We could have used some scoring, and it's just becoming evident. You know, last game was fun because Ant went nuclear. But we are not going to be able to go nuclear every single game for Ant. He can play well, but, I mean, we need somebody else that can shoot. Now, Nas stepped up tonight. I guess that's the other counterpoint, is that you could say that Nas stepped up and then we wouldn't have had the same Cat production if Nas did that, or vice versa. So I do think, though, that if we have Cat, we win this game. The Nas block was crazy as it was, Mitchell. There's already 3 Reddit posts on JJ. You are sick. You're sick. That's okay, though. Our NBA, though, that's a little bit more intense, I guess. They were even missing. Yeah, they were missing Evan and Donovan. Stop the if we have a player thing. Well, I mean, but yeah, if we had Cat, we do win this game tonight. But I see what you're saying. Like, if you're talking like playoffs or like perfect sandbox situation, yeah, we don't. I mean, that was a tricky game. But 7 of 27. Thank you, Swimmin'. I actually said that. 7 of 27 are Kobe numbers. Here's the problem and the difference here is that Kobe got foul calls. And he got all the foul calls that Ant is not getting. So add 10 to 15 free throws a night. Guess what? Ant had 5 free throws tonight. Add at least 5, if not 10 to that. We've got a game, if not a win. But, bro, you can't say this is a rigged game. You can't say this is a rigged game. Or isn't a rigged game. I don't know. I can't tell. Back-to-back, Adam Silver needs to eliminate these back-to-back games. Yeah, also, this is besides the point in a way. Like, look at the Timberwolves schedule. We've had, like, in the last month to, like, 2 months here, or I'm saying, like, the last 2 months of the season, like, we've got so many back-to-backs. In the month of March, how many do we have? 1, 2, 3. We have 3 back-to-backs, but they were all basic, or 2 of them were in a row here. Oh yeah, so if we go back, we had out of the All-Star break, back-to-back, back-to-back, regular game, back-to-back, back-to-back. So 4 back-to-backs in the span of basically 2 weeks. That's bonkers. That's crazy. Now, of course, some of those were at home, and that's great, but road ones are just atrocious. But let's see. Yeah, Ant has the MJ mentality that Kobe low IQ, inefficient energy, and LeBron takeover gene. It's a bit of everything. yeah, Renzi, that's what I thought you were saying. I was like, what? That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, 4 back-to-back in 9 games. I mean, that's insane. And we, a lot of those were at home, and we should have won more of the games at home, honestly. However, I do want to give you guys some amount of some hope here. I was doing some math. Okay, now unfortunately, the Pelicans won tonight. Right? They must have. They had to have. Yeah, wow, it was so much closer, though. The Pelicans did win. The Pelicans are kind of the main thing, because really, at the end of the day, what do we care about? Home court advantage, at least in the first round of the playoffs. At least in the first round of the playoffs. So that means a top 4 seed. We want top 4. For that to happen, we have 18 games left. We would, if we went, let's say over the last 18 games here, we go 8-10, okay? 8-10 would put us at 52 wins. The Pelicans are at 38 wins right now. So for their last like 19 games, they would have to go like 15-4. They have to go crazy to get even close to that. And we'd have to go as bad as 8-10, which we have not really done at any point in the season. So that's a positive. I do think, call me casually on the Thunder one. I think something that we do need to prepare ourselves for, due to Cat being out, is that, I mean, the 1 seed is basically not realistic right now because we are not going to be doing anything. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's sorry, I'm thrown off now. What was I talking about? Of course, the Thunder won for the millionth time after being down at halftime. Rudy says he'll miss another point blank layup if you don't hit subscribe. Yes, Jarn Barn. I like that name. Like and subscribe, of course. Oh man, the house is burning down. Someone pull the fire alarm. It did sound like that for a second. Wolves don't need that 1 seed as much as Denver needs it due to home court. Yeah, but and honestly, like we have played pretty good on the road. Like we fought tonight, and sometimes at home we get kind of lackluster. So, also Mason, multiple air balls by Rudy tonight. Not a great Rudy game. I don't know his stats off the top of my head, but it did not seem like a good Rudy night because we saw like 2, maybe 3 airball layups and dunks. Like that's crazy. Can we talk about how Mike Conley is not showing up for this team? Also, we've got a lot of people not showing up right now. Luckily, the only reason we really had a chance tonight is because Nas showed up, and we needed one of Nas, Na, or Mike to show up. All 3 of them, though, have been missing for a while now, really since the end of the All-Star break. Nas showed up tonight, so we have no complaints with him there. But Mike and Na just not cutting it, and that hurts because that's a lot of our point guard position. You know, Na is bringing up the ball a lot. So that's a bummer. Also, TJ Warren only played 11 minutes. I feel like we could have used more of that. Shout out to Mike and Nori for stepping in for Finch, whatever's going on with him. Hopefully he's okay, but we shall see. So, Cat can't even turn over the ball. Nightbutt was going nuts. That is true. We need to change Nightbutt. Nightbutt's going out of control. We got to add Finch. Finch won't play TJ Warren more than 11 minutes. We are also out Morris. Should have given Warren more down. See, Eric, I was kind of wondering the same thing, but what I said in the Discord, shout out the Discord, was it's like, can we trust him this early on in the team in a kind of tight game? Like, is that okay? I mean, you could argue we're trusting Kyle in these situations, but Kyle does know the team a little bit better. But do we want to be having Kyle out there this late either? I don't know. I don't love that. But he did lose Noah. He lost his floater game. He lost his threes. He lost like everything. I hate it. It's sad. And it's really scary because we just signed him. Like, we need you to do something for us. But I don't think Warren, but won't lie, he has played well. Yeah, he has played pretty good. I mean, he's making buckets. He is probably close to surpassing Shake Milton's like scoring total on the season. Yeah, he has played well. Only way I gotta find out is play him. Yeah, and I guess, also that's a Mike and Ori thing. This was a little bit of a chalked game. I mean, I know that there's valid concerns. We're gonna get to Ant here soon. We'll get to Kyle. We'll get to Rudy, all the bad stuff that happened tonight. But realistically, stepping back, we had a very emotional game last night. Ant was injured several times in last night's game and a little bit in tonight's game, hitting knees with Niang, I think. We're out Towns, we're out Monte. So were the Cavs, though. They were out players back to back, just lots of things. That's why I'm not as mad, but there are valid concerns. And I think we should probably get to those. So let's see. I am going to add a new tier to the tier list. It's crazy. I know you can't see it yet, but oops, did I do this right? There we go. There we go. We love it. We love it. It's kind of messed up color-wise now, but we're going to keep it this way. It's really weird looking right now. Like, so bad looking right now. Okay, but we're going to keep it like that. Okay. I don't take back-to-back seriously. It's okay to get the L. Refs were on something. I mean, I kind of agree with you. That was sort of nuts. I'm curious to see the 2-minute report, though, because there's a part of me, now that I'm a little beyond the game, there's a part of me that's wondering if they were fouls and we were just complaining a lot. But I don't know. There was too many Weird situation. The mic call at the end where it was like not a gather, but it was a gather. It was close. I'm not saying it wasn't close, but that's weird and just lots of weird 50-50 nonsense. So, okay, I'm clearing out the tier list just to get everybody off of it so that we can get a fresh start here. But we're going to jump into the tier list, and we've got some new explanations because the big boy in the Discord, appreciate ya. Let's see, can we rank Scott Foster today? We should rank him. I don't have a picture of him, though, in here, so we can pretend. We used to have a ref in here. Who will be our ref? Should we have it be... Oh, there's nobody I dislike. I guess our ref tonight could probably be Marcus Morris, because it's the only like additional one that we have. Okay, let's go to the tier list now. Making sure this works, too. Boom! Okay, I gotta end this, though. Guys, I can't tell you how excited I was to not be banned anymore. I was not loving that after the game last night. I will be honest. I was very concerned. Okay. Oh, I can't see the players at the bottom. There we go. Okay. Here we are. Tier list time. For those of you that are new, even if you're not new, first off, like the stream and subscribe. We do this after every game. Ashwin, my co-host, will eventually be back, but he will not be back for a little while. He is out for like 3 weeks. Although he's already like a week into that. So I don't know exactly when he's getting back, but he will be back. I know you guys love Ashwin. So he'll be back. But A1, unforgettably good game. Like, you're never going to forget it. Think Ant's last game. That kind of a deal. Shake Milton, or actually, Wancho is a terrible game you took away from the team actively. Like, it was a bad game. Bottoms is atrocious game. Like, could not have been worse in any way. And Shake Milton / I kind of want to make this Glenn Taylor again. What do you guys think about Glenn Taylor again instead of Shake Milton? Because Shake was just like such an insignificant part of our team. I don't know. It just seems like it's not like worth it to do that, or not worth it to keep him there. Maybe I'm crazy, but I don't know. Sorry, I got to pop out the chat. Can't see you guys. There we go. Okay, Glenn Taylor instead. Yeah, drop Shake. I agree. Thank you guys. Thank you. Yeah, Glenn Taylor's better. A1, Glenn Taylor. And Glenn Taylor, I didn't mention, is like the absolute worst of the worst. Not even just like on a game basis, on like a multi-game basis. Like, you have been bad for a long time, and not just kind of bad. Like so bad. Think Glenn Taylor. You know, how could it get worse than Glenn Taylor? Okay. Let's do it. What am I doing? Let's start with... Who do we want to start with tonight? I don't really know, honestly. Maybe we'll start with the obvious one. 2 words. Naz Reid. Let's start with Naz. Everybody get your grades in for Naz Reid. Great game tonight from Naz. He scored more minutes than he played. 34 points in 32 minutes. Had only 5 rebounds. Had 2 blocks. He was 10 of 18 shooting. Took 9 shots less than Edwards and made 2 more. That's one way of looking at it. He was 7 of 11 from 3. He made 7. He made 7 threes, and that's how many shots Edwards made. And that's how many threes Edwards took and didn't make. I'm sorry, I should not be doing this. I said I wasn't going to hate on Edwards tonight. Had more free throws than Edwards. Oh my gosh. Did have 4 personal fouls, 3 of which seemed to come like all at the same time. But a pretty good game. I mean, this is a fantastic game from Naz. All right. Mark says Naz. There should be a Naz Reid tier, really. A1 for Naz. Naz A1 or higher, Joel says. Naz Cash A1. Nearly won this. Nearly won it on his own. That's true. Crone A. Naz Cash. And that's what I forgot to mention. Cash is brand new from the big boy. Cash is like incredible game, but we might not remember it. You know, like think of like a smaller player going off like crazy. I'm not saying they can't get an A1, but like, you know, A1, then we have tierflation going on. Okay, everybody, this is the state of Wolves After Dark. We have inflation. We need to have more room in between these tiers. So that's what's happening. But I'm seeing a mixture of Cash and A1. He carried A1. Cash for Nas if we won A1. See, Eric, I'm kind of with you, I think. A nice block. The Garland block was A1. The Garland block was A1, and if he would have gotten a chance to win at the other end, that would have been perfect. But Cash says Charlie Barley, hate on Edwards. My head pops up from a hole. Call me a casual. You're the Towns fan, right? And you don't like Edwards. And then JJ is unhappy most of the time. Yeah. Towns and Jaden. Oh yeah, it's Jaden. Yeah, they're right. That's right. I think it's Cash. I think we're gonna go with Cash. This was a fantastic game. There's almost nothing better that you can do. I think it's just the winning factor for me. It was so exciting though. I mean, he hit so many threes. It's crazy. But he actually, you think about it, 21 of his points came from three, which is exciting and great, and I want that. But I mean, that's a lot of his points. And then 7 more at the free throw line. So I don't know. I mean, why am I complaining about threes? What's wrong with me? This is fantastic. But I think it's Cash. I think it's Cash. If you guys have strong feelings about A1, I could do that. Like, if you're going to tell your kids about this someday, let me know. Like your unborn children. Like, if you're going to let them know in 5 to 10 years, let me know. But I probably will not be doing that. So I think it's Cash tonight. Let's jump to, not Towns. Towns didn't play. Let's jump to another fun one. Get your grades in for Rudy Gobert. 36 minutes, 7 points, 17 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks. He was a +7 tonight, by the way. Side note, TJ Warren was the highest at +15. Rudy was 3 of 7, and 4 of those misses were air balls, I think. All 4 of his misses. Only got to the line twice. He was getting kind of eaten up by, what's-his-face, Allen. Fouled out. Technical foul that loses us the game. You could argue. What do we say? Scott Foster took his A1 away too. That's crazy, Mitchell. Yeah, maybe. Last night, what was A1 is Cash. Yeah, but I think we need A1 to be reserved for crazy. Like, seriously, nobody's telling their children someday about this Naz Reid performance. But let's see. Bottoms, says Mark. That's another new one. D'Lo. Rudy gave Cleveland the tie. Rudy, I got Wancho. Matt or D'Lo for Rudy. Ooh, we're kind of all over the place. He did get 17 boards, though. Here's where I am. I'm stuck right now. I'm stuck between D'Lo and Wancho. Because there were bad moments tonight. I think it's, I don't know if I want to go as low as Wancho. If I had an 11-foot wingspan, I could grab 17 rebounds on accident. Yeah, that might be true. That might be true. Yeah, he's not normally immature, but I do think that this has been more of a trend. I mean, I can't deny that. He's been doing I won't do the thing because I don't want to get banned, but he's been doing the finger motion in the shape of something that Ja Morant would use frequently. I don't love that. And not only just doing that, he's like pointing it directly at the refs. That seems kind of crazy. I don't like it. The money thing is hilarious. That alone, the money, honestly, that maybe bumps my grade up a little bit because that's hilarious. Let's see. Rudy cost them the game, period, Jarn Barnes says. I love your name, Jarn Barnes. D'Lo, because he was okay for the most part, Joel says. Rudy Wancho, and you know it, Cam. Rudy keeps his mouth shut and they win. I know, this is a weird one because, again, we base it off of just tonight. It's not just in general. And I think I might be having that influence. That's why I think I might be closer to D'Lo. And what do I say about the times that I'm in between D'Lo and Wancho? If we win, we go up. If we lose, we go down. I think. It's mainly just because of the play at the end. This technical foul is crazy. We could have won this game if he doesn't do that. And he did have some kind of stupid fouls. He had a lot of fouls too. Some of them were not fouls, but I think this is tough. Because whoever said that it wasn't really that crazy bad of a game is right. I mean, he did have the air balls, which is like nuts. he had like lots of individually terrible moments, but like overall it wasn't like a Juancho, but those individual moments legitimately cost us the game. So I think it's Juancho. I think it's Juancho. Call me a casual. Rudy was frustrated because the team wasn't getting him the ball when he had chances for easy buckets. I do think that we get it to him at the wrong times, and this could be a Finch thing. I know Finch wasn't there tonight, but this is just in general. We try to get it. We were talking about this a little bit in the Discord. If Rudy doesn't get the ball directly under the rim, I don't mean like, okay, like, how do I do this on the camera? Like, here's the rim, or what? How do I do this? Like, sometimes Rudy's over here and he has to like post up and like get to the rim. If he's right here, then you get it to him, because then all he has to do is turn and dunk. That's all that has to happen. Hashtag analytics, by the way. Holy. But seriously, like if he is right under the bucket, then he can do that, like how we were talking about that Shaq move the other day, or weeks ago, I guess now. That was fun. But he was right under the basket. We don't want him doing the post-up dribbling where he's dribbling off his foot, dribbling off his legs. People are easily stealing the ball because, of course, it's Rudy. We're not wanting him to dribble. Like, he should be dribbling. You know how they talked about, like, years ago when Golden State was, like, actually pretty good? And Clay was like, oh, he only takes, like, 11 dribbles in one game or whatever. I want that to be Rudy. Except I don't want him, I don't want him coming off of flare screens for threes. I want him in the post, under the basket, and then we can get the ball to him, and then he can either get fouled or he can dunk it. But in general, I don't really want that to be like the core of our offense. I want that to happen a few times a game, not a ton. And it seems like Finch is trying to make it happen a ton. Again, I know Finch wasn't there tonight, but it is weird. Crone, yeah, drop steps are fine. Exactly. Airball layups gets Juancho. That's enough for me. We'll do that. I don't want to talk about Rudy anymore. Let's do kind of an easier one. Well, maybe not easier, but a lighter one. Let's do Jaden. Jaden, get your grades in for Jaden. He played 39 minutes tonight. 13 points, 5 rebounds. He was a negative 15 tonight, but I mean, kind of everybody that was in overtime was not so great, so that's kind of a broken stat. He was 5 of 11 tonight. Did have 5 personal fouls. His are, I don't know. I didn't like his fouls. There was that one foul. Was that in overtime? Where, or was that the fourth quarter? I can't remember. Where Garland was like flailing and he only had 1 second left behind the 3-point line and they gave him the call. Like, there was a foul there, but like it's just such a bad circumstance for Jaden, because he should not be, I mean, he should be pressed up, but his hands shouldn't be there because he's got to know that there's 1 second left. That was bad. But yeah. Oh, Juancho, that man, since we lost, I'm with you. Meh, Jaden game. Is it bad that I still want more from Jaden? So you guys know I've been kind of back and forth on Jaden. I've both loved Jaden this year and hated Jaden this year. Luckily, the love has come a little bit more recently. I do think, especially with Towns out, we have to be giving Jaden more opportunities to cut. He had multiple opportunities tonight, and they were great. He scored 13 points. It's not like he wasn't involved, but it does feel like we need more from him. But I also just don't know if he's fully capable. But like somebody said earlier, how are we going to know until we try it? And I think, honestly, especially now that Towns is out, we just have to be trying some things. And maybe that doesn't necessarily mean like throwing Warren into like clutch game situations, but it might mean getting Jaden the ball in clutch time situations. I don't know. That could be what it means. So I think people are saying meh. Some people are saying D'Lo. I think it's meh. I don't think it's that bad. I really don't have any super strong feelings about this game, other than I guess I wanted a little bit more. But it also wasn't like a terrible game from Jaden. I feel like I'm forgetting one major thing and I cannot remember what it is. It's driving me nuts. But I think he was, overall, it was fine. Like, he hit a 3. I don't know. There are some decent plays. So his defense, actually, Mason, so that was one thing that they were talking about on Bally tonight. If you were lucky enough to get Bally, that's nice. But if you had to listen to the national, well, I don't listen to the national one. I had the national game on just so that I could see like an instant replay of what was happening. But it's just impossible to listen to national TV people when they're talking about the Timberwolves, because it's just so obvious every single time that they haven't watched them before. And they're like, oh, Rudy Big, he dunks. And like Ant is like, he also dunks and threes and defense. Like, what? Like, it's just like the stupidest commentary. I heard none of it tonight from ESPN because I was listening to Jim Pete and Grady. But yeah, I think it's a meh. We'll just say meh. Oh, but that's what I was going to say. Jim Pete said that it was a smaller defender and a faster defender, and that Jaden's not really into that. He's not as good against that kind of a player, which is true. He needs to be going up against. Maybe this was said in the Discord. I'm mixing everything up, but it needs to be going up against like a KD type of player or somebody that's maybe not as speedy and fast. Somebody that's a little bit more like an actual wing player. So, yeah, Jaden's offense is the key to winning without Cat. Yep, them and the three combo of Nas, Na, and Mike, those three, they just have to combine for some amount of points. Now, Nas did all the work for them tonight, but you do need points from them. Okay. Well, that's enough talking about Jaden, especially for somebody that got meh. But let's do Na also. Let's do Na really quick. There wasn't much there. Actually, we probably don't even need to do Na. He played 24 minutes, but there was just nothing there. Honestly, maybe I will. I'm just going to do a quick Wancho here. I think he's been really bad. I'm like super high on Na, I must say. But he's just been not good lately. He can't make buckets. It's just not good. It's just not good. Didn't even notice not yet. And he was out there for over half the game, basically. He was out there for half of regulation anyways. Missing on threes. He had some weird, like, trying, like, he was, like, fade away, like, one-shot, push-shot thing. Like, I don't know. Just not good. His drives have been good lately. You're right, Gerald. That is true. But in general, I have just hated his game lately. Because we need those threes. We need that perimeter scoring, especially if we don't have Towns. Even though Towns only like to take like 3 or 4 a game. But yeah. So, Wancho Na makes me sad. I know, but he did nothing. It makes me sad. I don't want to put him in Wancho. But I think it is. Don't do my favorite player like that. His drives have been a lot better, but his shot, we just need more shots. He scored, by the way, he played 24 minutes, 4 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds. 2 of 8. Coming into the game, honestly, I had a really good feeling about Na. I thought this was going to be like his game. So maybe that's why I'm a little bit further down on him, but I just think it needs to be better. So, Charlie, we do. So many players playing below average right now. Speaking of below average, Kyle Anderson. That was too mean. That was too much. I'm sorry. We got to get Ashwin back. I'm going off the rails here. Kyle Anderson tonight. 35 minutes, 10 points, 5 assists, 3 rebounds, 5 of 9 shooting. Somehow it goes in when he shoots. I don't understand it. And that's about it. He only had 1 turnover and 1 personal foul, but he's just, I don't know. I don't love having Kyle out there. I don't love running offensive sets for Kyle. I didn't love, and I mean, it's hard to blame Micah too much, but this felt kind of obvious in the 4th quarter. It was like, we were under 3 minutes, and we still had not put in Nas. And it was like, can we please put in Nas Reed? Like, he has 34 points. At that time, I think he only had, like, what, 20-something or something? I don't know. But that was the more important thing to me. It was less that Kyle was sucking and more that Nas was playing so much better. I don't know. It's bad. Give his minutes to TJ. Yeah, the TJ thing is tricky, though, because if it is due to being new, which I think it is, then it's like it's hard to play him at night. But I think I'm kind of a meh. I think Gerald might be a little bit lower. Well, TJ may have been an amazing distressed asset. If TJ turns out to be something great, we really did find like gold, man. Like seriously, that'd be so crazy. But let's go, Kyle. Meh. I don't want to talk about Kyle anymore. Meh for Kyle. Meh for Slow-Mo. Yep. I agree. Let's do Anthony Edwards. Get your grades in for Anthony Edwards. Where is it here? There he is. 42 minutes. 19 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. I will say he had 1 really nice assist late game to Gobert. I love that. 1 steal, 1 block. Team low, -20. 25% field goal percentage. He was 7 of 27, 0 of 7 from 3, 5 of 5 from the line. He had 5 turnovers, 3 personal fouls. Not a good game. Not a good game. Anthony Anthony Edwards, D-Lo says Mason. Call Me a Casual says D-Lo that man. Charlie Barley says slow-mo man. Absolutely chucking it out there. He was chucking it. Charlie Barley says bottoms for Anthony Edwards. Whoa. Meh tier, look tired, Godfrey says. Wancho for Ant, says Jared. Gerald says probably a Wancho. Meh, could be D'Lo because of the late shot he missed. I really did hate that last shot. He had nothing tonight and probably shouldn't have been playing. I mean, that's the thing. He is injured a lot, but I get this really was just such a bad timing for this game because we had like we played such an emotional game. I know I keep saying that, but we played such an emotional game yesterday, and then immediately we have to go tonight on a road-to-road back-to-back, or road back-to-back on ESPN. And the good game that you have is on nothing against another good team, but still nothing. And then tonight, the bad game you have is broadcast to everyone on ESPN for the first game of the night, too. So the entire country got to see it. I will say, as I was saying in the Discord, I don't know how many people, avid basketball fans might have cared about this one, but like the general NBA fan probably did not turn this on, if I'm being honest. Meh could be D'Lo. Oh, I read that already. He had nothing. I love Ant when he doesn't sit out games, but he needs to sit out sometimes. Mega empty tank and sore from those hits last night. Yeah. I don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do. I guess I'm in the same boat as Rudy tonight. I think I'm in the same boat as Rudy, where it wasn't like, I mean, he had more of a generally bad game because he was missing so many shots. And you guys know I am an Ant homer. Okay, so like I am definitely biased in this, but it is between D'Lo and Wancho. I think it's Wancho. He just didn't have any. He didn't have anything tonight. He started great actually. He had 9 points in the first quarter, I think. Had a couple dunks. He was flexing. It looked good for ESPN and all that. And I felt okay. I was like, if this is how the game is going to go, I like this. You know, ends up with like the 26 points or something like that. Even if it's not a win, even if it's like kind of a blah game, 19 points on national TV. I get that it's after an emotional game. I get that it's after a like crazy game too. But we grade on a nightly basis, not on a 2-day window. I think it's Wancho to show my non-bias. Okay. Whoa, Mason said D'Lo that man. It's hard because this is what Ant did and what we needed. I think Ant played because we're only in Cleveland once a year. That is a good point, Jared. I forget about that. That is true. If Rudy keeps his mouth shut, the Wolves win this game. Yep. I like it. Cool. I guess let's do Mike Conley real quick. Mike Conley, 9 points, 5 assists, 3 rebounds. He was 4 of 11 shooting. Just does not look on right now. I'm just gonna executive decision. Oh my gosh, is it Bottoms? Is it Bottoms? I don't know if it's Bottoms. It might not be Bottoms because he did hit a couple shots big. He had his toe on the line for a second night in a row. And he had the and one. Actually, yeah, it's. I'll keep it at Wancho. Honestly, it's maybe even closer to D'Lo because he did have the and one that was taken away, and then immediately after that he gets another and one. That alone is like a pretty plus play. It's not Bottoms. Mike is a D'Lo. This is crazy Wancho inflation. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the plays that I was talking about, I think, make it a D'Lo. But he has just been so bad lately. He's just. I don't trust his 3 at all. I don't trust his floater anymore. He never lobs to Rudy anymore, although Rudy doesn't even seem ready for the lobs anymore. I don't know. I know that teams are taking it away and keeping Rudy away, but it's just not good. He's been bad since he signed that contract. I know I don't want to hear that, call me a casual, but you're right. I think Mike and Ant both need games off, maybe even Rudy. I think we should take games off. And I think we should take games off around now. So that, because I don't want to take games off close to the playoffs because then we're coming back and we're not in the flow of things. I think if we're going to take a game off, it needs to be, well, I don't know, because you do have a couple games against the Jazz coming up, but yeah, well, I think that's all I'm going to do for grading tonight. I don't really want to do too much else grading and such because there's just random small players left, but We lost Cat. He isn't being aggressive anymore and is getting cooked on defense. Talking about Ant? Yeah. I don't know. Or Mike, maybe. I don't know. It's just bad. Just bad. Well, a couple things, Conley, you're talking about? Okay. Couple things that I did want to say. So I mentioned this at the very beginning of the stream. One, to like the stream, but two, the most important thing right now is obviously having home court advantage and being in the top 4. I just booked flights to be home in Minneapolis. I'm from Seattle, by the way. In Minneapolis, so that I can be there for game 1 of the playoffs, assuming we are home court advantage. If we are not home court advantage, I am flying home to Minneapolis to watch them play on the road and then leave the minute they come back. So we'll see. But yeah. Disco Wolf. Everyone signed the Fire Scott Foster petition for crimes against humanity, specifically Naz Reid, right? Yeah. That was, I feel like that's the first time I've really had that bad of an experience with Scott Foster. I mean, I know that he's been bad generally to people, but like, I don't know. Yeah, we should definitely do a meetup. First game of the playoffs. I'd like to do some giveaways too. For those of you that have stuck around long enough, I'd like to do some giveaways in it. Once playoff tickets come out, I would love to do that. That'd be really fun. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see what we can do. I tried to multi-stream tonight and it didn't work. I tried and then it like said that there was a stream happening and then there wasn't, and it like created a new one. That was really annoying. I don't really know what to do there, but we'll see. But just FYI, again, for those of you loyalists here, I appreciate you all. After a loss, an hour in, we did get banned yesterday, so you cannot watch the stream yesterday. But we got unbanned. Obviously, we're streaming right now. So I would suggest pulling up the Twitch. We have a Twitch again. I've made it Wolves After Dark instead of just my name now. So you should be able to go to Twitch, search Wolves After Dark, all one word, and we'll be there. Because that's going to be a good backup. I want to make sure that we have a backup in case that happens. I'd love to do multi-streaming again, but Disco, we got banned because I showed the highlights of the Anthony Edwards block, and it like banned me live, and then it unbanned me, and we were all hanging out here for a little bit longer, and I tested it, and I showed it again on Twitter, and I was trying to watch whatever, and yeah, it was. And then they really banned me and gave me a strike on my channel, which I appealed and then got it removed. Obviously, I'm here now. But that was going to make it so that I was 7 days without streaming, uploading, or posting anything on YouTube, which is sort of crazy for a first strike, I think, especially for us where we stream after every game. Like, that's nuts. Yeah, Disco Wolf, that's why I went down. Crazy. We were talking about it a lot in the Discord, but yeah, insane. Insane. Yeah, I know. I don't really want to go on Twitch because we were on Twitch before and we moved to YouTube because we liked it. And the algorithm has been nice on YouTube. We've had so many people finding us after we've done the live stream, which like I love doing the live stream, but it is nice. It is nice for people to like listen to it later. I know I do that with like a lot of fantasy football podcasts that I listen to or watch it later or whatever. So I get that, but yeah. Yeah, you got to figure out Discord, Disco Wolf. You got to get in there. We have so many conversations during the game in there. It's really fun. Gerald's signatures. Oh, you signed the arrest Scott Foster one. Oh, is there? Wait, there's one out there. Oh my gosh, I'm scared to like do the react screen anymore because I'm just worried something gonna be on my screen that gets me banned. Like an Anthony Edwards highlight. Although tonight they're probably okay with me showing the lowlights. That's what the corporate elites want you to believe at YouTube. Wow, look at that. Clapper, welcome. Although I think you followed me yesterday and this is just showing up now. That's kind of funny. But, well, appreciate the follow on Twitch. We are not live on Twitch right now. That's why we have 0 followers or 0 there. But also, I don't know if I will do this anytime in the near future, but I have thought, because I did want to use my Twitch for actually like streaming some games, because I play Call of Duty and like play some sim games. That's not really good for streaming, but I've done some other gaming too, and I've thought about doing that because sometimes after the Wolves games, like after we've talked Wolves for an hour or so, like I don't really want to talk Wolves anymore, but I'm not necessarily like tired of streaming, so I've thought about doing that. If you guys are interested in watching something like that, let me know, because we could maybe turn the Wolves After Dark Twitch into something like that. I don't know, but we'll see. It could also be its own thing too. It does not have to be part of Wolves After Dark. But if you guys would hang out for something like that, let me know. I think it might need to be a different thing, because there are people that watch the VOD, and I don't think people would watch the VOD if there's like 2+ hours of like gaming at the end. I don't know. Some things to think about, but yeah. Rudy Godfrey. Rudy Godfrey. If you could only have Cat or Rudy on the team next year, Rudy. Sorry. I know people aren't going to like that, but it's Rudy. Too big of a defensive presence this year for us. And we can replace Cat's 3-point ability, unfortunately. And I know that's not all that he has in his game. He's played great defense this year. He's been a good driver, but I don't know. So, yeah, it's Rudy for sure. Discord, I'm still trying to get my MySpace working. I wish my MySpace still worked. I want to see the pictures and like whatever I made my profile be. That would be kind of fun. Wolves After Dark Twitch gaming. Why not? Exactly. Rudy for me too. Disco Charlie. Keep Rudy. Yeah, it's Rudy. It's Rudy. Cool. Well, get Rudy out of here. We can't get him the ball anyways. Yeah, but Cat, I don't know. There's things I see that you posted the change.org for arrest Scott Foster. That's amazing. Oh, can I donate to the cause? That would be kind of fun. Wait, Nathan Alsdorf. I've heard that name before. Let's see. Wolves After Dark. We're signing the petition, everybody. Sign the petition. What the heck is going on? I'm just trying to share my email. There we go. Sign the petition. There we go. We can chip in $8. That's crazy. Okay, I've signed the petition. I think I signed it anyways. Cheating. $$. Refs. Post. Hopefully that doesn't get me banned on change.org. Yeah, there we go. Oh, except it says built from day one. What? We have a built from day one? Oh, well, that's a throwback. Someone tell CP3. Yeah, CP3 would be on our corner for this one. I think that would be true. Good stream. I'm going to bed. Mark, I think I'm going to bed. Well, I'm not going to go to bed. I am going to have some ice cream, I think. Ice cream and M&Ms. Cool. Well, it was great to see you all again. Great to chat Wolves, even though we lost. We're 44-20. To go to 52 wins, we need what do we need? We need 8 wins. 8 more wins to get to 52 wins out of our 18 remaining games. Should be possible. That's the other thing that I forgot to mention. The schedule, although it is difficult, we have some winnable games, okay? We've got 2 games against Utah coming up here shortly. We play the Pistons. We play the Bulls. We should beat the Bulls. We play the Rockets. Play the Raptors. We play the Wizards. And we play the Hawks. Those are 8 games. 8 games that are not even just like could win games, they're should win games. So we need to get 8. Got to get 8. But all right. I don't know if I'm back Sunday. So because I think I do have a shoot that night. Shoot, I do. It might be bad timing. We'll see how it goes. Obviously, just be subscribed, have the bell alert, whatever on, and follow us on Discord, Twitter, all this stuff. So I will see you all. 52 wins is still possible. Intro as the outro. We'll see you next time. Peace.